putting to rest all speculation, Rahul Gandhi is set to be elevated as President of the Indian National Congress. A meeting of the Congress Working Committee, which was convened by Party President Sonia Gandhi, has approved the schedule for election of the Congress President. The polls will be notified on December the 1st. December 4th is the last date for filing of nominations. The elections will be conducted on December the 16th and the results will be announced on the 19th, a day after polls are over in the western Indian state of Gujarat. Now, Rahul Gandhi took over as the Vice President of the Grand Old Party in the year 2013. In 2004, he was elected to the Lok Sabha from Amethi parliamentary constituency in Uttar Pradesh. And in 2007, Gandhi was appointed General Secretary of the All India Congress Committee. He was also given charge of the National Students' Union of India and the Indian Youth Congress. In 2009 and 2014 parliamentary elections, Rahul Gandhi retained his Lok Sabha seat from the Amethi constituency. It was in January 2013 when Rahul Gandhi was elevated to the position of the Vice President of the Indian National Congress. All right, for more on this story, I'm now joined by senior journalist Neerja Chaudhary. Good afternoon to you. What do you make of this new development? Expected lines, would you say?
Yes, now in the last days, particularly, it's become clear that he's about to take over. So I would say yes, on expected lines, though, you know, this thing of he's about to take over has gone on for so long. But the die is cast, a transitional change is finally taking place in the Congress party. It will be a new generation of the Nehru-Gandhi family, the fifth generation to take over the reins of the party after a very long stint by Sonia Gandhi of almost 19 years. Very interesting term where she's, kept the party united. That's been her singular contribution. And now, of course, Rahul Gandhi takes over when the Congress is not in a very good shape, 44 seats only in the Lok Sabha. But, the worm seems to be turning in the country. People, I went to Gujarat recently, people are not dismissing Rahul as they used to. And there is a questioning of BJP. Of course, there is the tall colossus in Narendra Modi. People are not yet disenchanted with him. They're disenchanted with the BJP. And it's a very interesting time when Rahul Gandhi is taking over.
Neerja, you used the very interesting phrase, transitional change. Now, what might this generation next of the Nehru-Gandhi family mean for the Grand Old Party in general and Indian polity in particular?
I think, you see, Rahul Gandhi takes over at a time when the young in India, particularly the educated middle class young in India, are not looking at the phenomenon of dynasty in a favorable way. They are saying, why not on the basis of merit? These kind of voices have been heard of much more in the last months and a couple of, maybe 2, 3, 4 years. So, and there is a particular aversion to the Gandhi family, which is the first dynasty of India. It's not as if that aversion is about other dynasties so much. But overall, yes, people feel that merit should be awarded much more than has been the case in a country like India, which still remains very, very feudal for all our democratic politics. Therefore, the challenge is going to be double-fold. This family has kept the party united. As I said, this is their singular achievement. If today Rahul Gandhi was not to take over, somebody else would take over, and there are many very talented people in the Congress, there was likelihood of the Congress breaking or splitting. So the party's contribution is to keep the party together. And yet there is an aversion to the whole idea of dynasty, and the Congress has been at an all-time low, and yet at the same time, there is, as I said, a very slight turning of mood, changing of mood in the country. So he takes over at that particular moment. Now, what he makes of it, he's been a very reluctant player so far. What he makes of it remains to be seen.
Indeed, you just taken the words out of my mouth. I was about to ask you, now many people have described Manmohan Singh as an accidental Prime Minister and Rahul Gandhi as a reluctant politician. Do you still see him in that light? Do you think he has decided to take on the responsibility of hemming the affairs of the party going forward?
Yes, I think finally, as I said, the die is cast for him. And finally, he's decided to take the bull by the horn, whatever it may entail. And it's interesting, it is coming at the same time, his elevation, as the Gujarat elections, and he's been touring very vigorously in Gujarat. And after his US trip, there seems to be some change visible, not only change, a little bit of change visible in him.
Right.
But people are not rubbishing him as much as they used to do. This again I found in Gujarat. They're more willing to listen to him. This does not mean the Congress is about to come back and so on. But these are very small beginnings. These are straws in the wind.
Absolutely.
So he has maybe something to build on. And will it lead to a transitional change inside the party? Will more younger people take over responsibilities? All these are questions. I mean, we'll have to see what his style of functioning is when he's number one. Of course, he's de facto being the leader. I mean, decisions have been made by him. Sonia Gandhi saying, please talk to Rahul, to whoever used to go to her.
Right. On that note, Neerja, thank you so much for speaking to WION. That was Neerja Chaudhary, senior journalist, joining us on the phone from New Delhi. All right, staying on this developing story, let's listen in once again to a press conference addressed by the Congress party just a short while ago here in New Delhi. Let's listen in.
1st December 2017. Last date of filing nominations, 4th December 2017, 3 p.m. Scrutiny of nominations, 5th December 2017. Publication of list of valid nominations, 5th December 2017, 3:30 p.m. Last date for withdrawal of candidature, 11th December 2017, 3 p.m. Publication of final list of contesting candidates, 11th December 2017, 4 p.m. Date of poll, if necessary, 16th December 2017. Counting of votes and declaration of results, 19th December 2017. Okay. Thank you very much.
So you were listening to a press conference addressed just a while ago here in New Delhi announcing the election schedule for the next president of the Congress party. All right, moving on. News coming in from the western Indian state of Gujarat now. Clashes have broken out at several Congress party offices between the Patidar Anamat Andolan Samiti and the Congress members just minutes after the two parties reached an agreement for the upcoming state assembly elections in Gujarat. The bone of contention was seat sharing. The Congress had reportedly promised the party 5 seats, but the Congress list released on Sunday night featured only 3 of its leaders. After a meeting on Sunday evening, the Gujarat Congress and Hardik Patel-led PAAS had announced that they had arrived at a consensus over the issue of granting reservation to the Patidar community. The meeting with Patidar leaders was attended by Gujarat Congress Chief Bharat Singh Solanki and senior Congress leaders Siddharth Patel and Babubhai Mangukia. However, differences remain and the Patidar leaders are now threatening to go it alone if the Congress does not bow to its demands. In another blow to the Congress party, Nationalist Congress Party or the NCP has decided to go it alone in the state elections. Party leader Praful Patel said his party will fight the polls on its own as seat-sharing talks have collapsed.
पिछले साल 1.5 साल से बहुत अच्छी तैयारी पूरे गुजरात में हम लड़ने की वहां हम कर ही रहे थे, लेकिन क्योंकि सभी लोगों की इच्छा थी कि भाई बीजेपी के साथ में एक संयुक्त मुकाबला होना चाहिए, इस वजह से हमने तैयारी दिखाई थी। अब ये जिम्मेदारी अब वो कांग्रेस की उन्होंने अपनी निभाई है, हम हमारी निभाएंगे। हम पूरी जगह पर हमारे उम्मीदवार खड़े करेंगे, हमारे पास अच्छे उम्मीदवार हैं और शायद उनके साथ में जाने के साथ जितना हमको सफलता मिलती उससे ज्यादा सफलता हमें अकेले जाकर भी मिलने वाली है।
All right, let's go back to the other big story we are tracking here on WION this afternoon, the election schedule for the president of the Grand Old Party, the Indian National Congress, which was announced in New Delhi just a short while ago. These are visuals of the Congress Working Committee meeting, which met in New Delhi this morning. Remember, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi is tipped to be elevated as the party president. And for more on this story, I'm now joined by WION's political editor, Karthikeya Sharma. Good afternoon, Karthikeya. What more details do we have at this point in time?
You see, basically two or three things have happened. First, the schedule has been announced, and if you go by the schedule, and I'll tell you the important part of it is, it says the 1st of December is notification, 4th is the last date of filing nomination. So, there is no one expected. There is no one expected to file a nomination. So, which means if no one files a nomination, the scrutiny of nomination will take place on 5th, and the publication of the valid nomination which will take place on 5th. Which means that in all probability, by 5th of December, Rahul Gandhi will be declared the president of the Congress party. But in case if there is a surprise, Ramesh, because life is full of such, then the last date of withdrawal of the candidate is 11th. And if there is a candidature, then the date polls will be announced if necessary, which has been kept at 16th, and the counting will take place on 19th. So with the bottom line here is that somehow Congress party understands that there will be no probable candidate against the candidature of Rahul Gandhi. And in the important part here is that it is in this context the Congress Working Committee was called and this whole resolution was passed. So Rahul Gandhi in all probability by 5th of December evening is set to take over as the president of the Congress party. That is one, it's finalized now. Unless and until we have a Jiten Prasad, you would remember, Ramesh, in 1998 when CWC passed the resolution to make Sonia Gandhi as the president of the party and deposed Sitaram Kesri, Jitendra Prasad in AICC session actually with 10 signatories contested the election, and Sonia had to fight the elections because CWC nominations had to be ratified by the AICC. So we can very safely say in the story which we broke on WION on Saturday also, that 5th December, Rahul Gandhi is all set to become the president of the Congress party, unless and until you have a person saying that he wants to challenge Rahul Gandhi. But Sonia Gandhi also mounted a very scathing attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and that was the only speech which was allowed, and it was a very pretty scathing and a personal attack, Ramesh.
Indeed, and Karthikeya, very quickly, now I was having a conversation with Neerja Chaudhary just moments ago, and she seemed to suggest that while Manmohan Singh, many saw him as an accidental prime minister, some others also saw Rahul Gandhi as a reluctant politician. Now, has he shed that image once and for all? Do you think he's ready to take on the challenges and responsibility of steering the party and reviving the fortunes of the party going forward?
I think he's not very, very reluctant anymore. I think he has taken it over. This was like a very, very business-like Congress Working Committee meeting. And this is going, well, a lot of people can say this is dynastic inheritance, The whole party has been inherited by Rahul Gandhi. And I don't think there's anything wrong in saying that. But the fact is that Congress party as an organization also doesn't throw up any candidates to say that, we'll fight elections against Rahul. So that way, Rahul Gandhi is pretty set, The issue was, which in my opinion, in terms of covering of the Congress, I think he felt that he is not getting a political elbow room between Manmohan Singh and Sonia Gandhi. It's exactly the opposite.
Right.
The sort of message which has gone to the people. He felt that he does not have that political elbow room, and that is why you had a lot of times, Ramesh, you would remember,
right,
that Rahul would disappear. That was less of the fact that he was reticent, but more of the fact that he was not being accommodated where he wants his people to be.
Absolutely. Karthik, on that note, let's leave it at that. That was WION's political editor Karthik Sharma joining us from New Delhi.